Hi, my name is Wayne Jewell. I work for a company called Trampolines Unlimited, Inc. in Carpinteria, California. And today I am at Beach Stars Gymnastics, also in Carpinteria, California, and going to demonstrate how our bungee blaster works. The bungee blaster is actually a overhead spotting aid designed to assist a coach in teaching front handsprings, back handsprings, back flips, front flips, things like that. Can be used for other things too, just fun and games. But the primary purpose was a spotting aid. So the three major components to the bungee blaster. There's first the bungee cord. This is 1/2-inch bungee cord that is suspended from the ceiling, and it has rings in it, which will explain how this works later. The other two components of the bungee blaster are a spotting belt, a harness or a spotting belt, or even a twisting belt, and leg straps. We discovered after testing and developing the bungee blaster that if you didn't have a spotting belt securely attached to your legs so it doesn't ride up, it just wouldn't work. It would just be so uncomfortable and not that much fun. So anyway, what I'm going to do is demonstrate how to put the spotting belt with the leg straps on. So you can start by just stepping through the belt, and what you want to do is have the belt actually riding pretty low on your waist. You want to have it down such that these rings and these self-locking carabiners are down pretty close to your hip bone. In other words, close to where you're going to be rotating from. If you have it up too high, you can't rotate forward or backwards. So anyway, get it secured pretty low, and then give it an initial tightening. We're going to come back and check the belt later. Also, you want to make sure that the rings are pretty close to the center of your body, because the bungee cord is going to attach here, so you don't want the bungee cord in the front or in the back, pretty close to the side of your legs. So after giving an initial tighten, you're going to take the leg strap and actually pass it through your leg. And usually what I do is I have the performer, actually, the little gymnast, actually hand it to me as I'm in the back, and then pull it and make sure that the leg strap is actually as high up on the leg as you can get it. Then what you're going to do is push it through the D-ring. And I usually fold this one wrap. It's called one wrap Velcro. Fold it such that it won't get stuck on the leg strap as you're pushing it through. So this is what the technique that I found works best for cinching down the strap. Is you're going to actually pull it back and down, and then usually pass it back through to the gymnast and let them secure it to the leg strap itself. And that holds it in place. The final attachment is to take this one wrap and actually just wrap it around the leg strap, and it will just attach and adhere to itself. So around a few times, and voila, you've got it. You'll actually find that you can get pretty good at putting this whole system together. You can do the whole thing in less than 2 minutes once you have done it a few times. Okay, so the same drill on the other side. Leg strap goes through the legs, up as high as possible, back through the ring, undo the one wrap so the hook is facing down, cinch it tight, pass it through the leg, secure it in place, and then the last thing is the one wrap on the side. It goes around and holds the leg strap in place. So pretty much have it. Then you're going to pull it tight, pull it up as high as you can, and then re-tighten the belt. Getting rid of any extra belt strapping material. And there you have it. One last word about the whole system. The belt is what's actually going to hold you in place. The leg straps are designed to keep the belt from moving up, and it's actually a very strong connection with the one wrap hook and loop Velcro. But if this was to fail totally, if somebody didn't put it on right, or for some reason it broke for whatever reason, it's a fail-safe system so that the belt is still in place and holding you up. So it would not be fun if they broke, but it wouldn't be a catastrophic failure. So we're ready to hook up to the bungee cords. Okay, so before I actually hook myself up, let me explain to you what we've got here. This is about a 16.5-foot ceiling, and at the top there is a beam clamp connected to the beam, and then there's a shackle underneath that, then there's a swivel link, and then a quick link, and then the bungee cord is attached to that. And you can put up to 4 or 5 bungee cords. I've never really hit a limit, but you can put a lot of bungee cords. They hang down and are usually about 6 feet above the floor level. So there's the bungee cord, and in this particular gym, the bungee cords are about. So there's 2 ways to hook up the bungee cord. The lowest possible setting, if you have a real little guy, you can actually just take this and hook it directly onto the self-locking carabiner. Or if you have about the same size and weight kids in a class and you just want to go fast, just hook this up here and then just pull the whole thing down and hook it up. So that goes pretty fast. The system works by the force in the bungee cord pulling you back up and making you as light as you want. You can actually hook up enough bungee cords so that you are totally floating, and that can be fun too, but it's hard to practice front handsprings, back handsprings, and whatnot because you can't actually move. You're floating. So you usually want to hook it up so you'll have maybe 50% of the gymnast weight floating. And just as a rule of thumb, the force characteristics of the bungee cord are about 8 pounds per foot of stretch per bungee cord. So if I pull this down about 3 feet, I'm getting about 24, 25 pounds of lift. So if you have a 50-pound kid and you pull it down 3 feet on each side, they're going to be just floating, just barely off the ground. So you'll find after experimenting with it, you'll know pretty much how much bungee cord to stretch down for the kid's weight, height, and ability. And I'm still pretty heavy, so I actually want a little bit more lift. So what I'll do is put another one on the other side. It's a little bit challenging hooking yourself up in this, but you can get pretty good at it after a while. In general, you're not going to be hooking yourself up into it. You're going to be hooking up little performers. Anyway, now you can see that you start to become pretty light. I can feel that I'm at least half of my weight, but it still lets me move backwards